does not disappoint. Once again, Fuji Light 3. Man, I had a good time in the 2. It was, well, last summer was rough, but 2 summers ago, just had a really nice summer mountain running season, summer training season, summer FKT season, getting ready for Pikes Peak. And the Fuji Light 2, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, I should have grabbed it. I'm not seeing it. It's probably right over there in a pile, but it just was the shoe that worked for nimbleness, lightweight, and at this weight, man, let's just confirm. A trail shoe at 8.1 ounces in my size is buttery. It just butters really nicely. And that flight foam, I don't know, it feels a little bit softer. I'll have to go back and watch. Actually, I'll try to link to it down below in the description. By the way, this is available down below in the description for $80. Now, I put the price point score at the original price point of $120, if I'm not, it's all on the screen right now, okay? So I believe we're looking at a real zesty, and I realize I'm late to the game with this shoe, but so many shoes, so little time. But man, that flight foam, it feels a little soft. Oh, so now, okay, this is my only drawback, is a slight, if you're like running on really rocky ground and you just are a little afraid of putting a sharp rock through your, through that midsole into your forefoot. Like, I felt one little sharp rock out there, but it's nothing horrible, okay? Like, but just be aware, like, you might feel a rock or two through that midsole because the stack height is not incredibly high, all right? A simple upper. I don't know, ASICS, if you want to make the leap, but this shoe could be really special. Like, this shoe is so special, I would consider a long FKT in this shoe. Meaning, I want something lightweight, but I want a little bit of midsole, like more so than the Pulsar from Salomon. A little more midsole, just, I'm talking an FKT of, 15 miles plus at least. Or if you're racing on the trails, like I would race in this shoe. I really would. And that outsole is just, I love the lug pattern. It's unique, it's a little different, thinking outside the box. So good work, ASICS, on the outsole as well. But that flight foam, let me just do the, and let me see, let me remind myself here, hold on. 42, it feels softer than 42, frankly, but I like that number. It means it's gonna have a little bit more resilience, and after the 25 plus miles of testing, there it is on your screen, I'm seeing 0 breakdown through that none at all. I don't see anything at all, so it tells me like that midsole should get you a little ways down the trail. But the main drawback is the upper. I think, first of all, maybe do a full gusset or at least a semi-gusset, maybe a little extra padding on the at the top of the tongue there. It's just not, it doesn't have a huge overlay through the toe box to keep the mud, or if you're going on really wet, going through really wet conditions, your feet are going to get wet in this shoe. But toe cap action, stout. Nice work. Like, if you kick a rock or a root, I don't think you're going to feel it. Like, it's a good build quality through the toe cap there at the front of the shoe. A nice pull tab in the back. Information on that midsole. It's Kevlar and polyester based, what they call their polyethylene terephthalate fiber. All right, they use cellulose nanofiber, a bio-based material. And again, that 42-ish on the durometer, I'm just loving. It is called their ASICS grip on the outsole. As far as fit is concerned, a smidge narrow, even through the toe box. All right, so if you need a little splaying, or if your feet swell up a little bit more, just keep that in mind. Make sure they have a good return policy if you pick these up. And so yeah, it's definitely not a wide toe box by any means. And midfoot, midfoot is fairly standard. Other shoes to buy, I know it's a little bit of a stretch, but I actually even put on the Speedgoat 5. It's a little bit of a stretch, but it's not a bad comp for the Fuji Light 3. I also did Summit Unknown V3, another leaner shoe. It's actually way up there at the top. Am I tall enough today? Yes, I am. There we go. You can see kind of the similar stack heights there for the New Balance Summit Unknown V3. compared to the ASICS Fuji Lite 3. And then last but not least, the React Pegasus Trail 4 from Nike. All right, there you have it. There's the full review score on your screen. I wish it was a little higher, but you know, it's mostly that upper. I think, and maybe a little more depth to the upper, so like just so you feel a little more secure, a little more locked into that heel pocket. It's not bad, but it's pretty. It's not very tall. It's on the outer wall here of the heel counter, right? Or sorry, I should say the collar of the upper. Mr. Brace 777 says, yep, the Trabuco series is really impressive. I use the Trabuco Pro for training and racing. A little more wet oriented, but can go really fast in a comfortable way. So thank you, Mr. Brace, for that comment. I'm telling you, I will be using the shoe for faster paced trail running this summer, getting ready for all the mountain adventures. I don't know if I'll do FKTs in it unless, again, it's that 15-mile plus type of FKT, which I don't often do. Usually I'm in that 6 to 10 mile, 6 to 13 mile range for the FKTs here in Colorado, but heck, I would not be afraid to let it rip in the shoe at that 15-mile plus category. All right, question of the day. What unique thing do you have a nostalgia for? For example, for me, I love simplicity, and I'd be totally fine if I didn't have a smartphone. I would be the old school house phones, where you actually literally had to sit there and talk on the phone and dial pad, or even at my grandparents' place, you had to do the old I don't even know what it's called, where you did the one number at a time. You had to spin the wheel. Those were the good old days. You just the phone rang and you ran and you got it, and you had to stand right there. It's just a little nostalgia there that I miss, like the simpler times when you weren't texting all day. I don't know. I'm an old soul, you can tell. All right, everyone, we'll go best trail running shoe playlist. This guy is not going to make it over there, but it's still a good shoe. A little bit to be desired through the upper, and it'll start moving in the direction of that box there. All right, seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.